You're welcome. So forgiveness, right? Who do we need to forgive? And the formula is when you did ... I felt ... So for my dad, I was like, I felt as a kid, I felt you were picking on me. I created this story that said my father hates me. That was a story that I created. So how many people here, when you look back at your biggest traumas, can be clear about what story was created from that trauma? Just if you tune into your trauma, what is the story? Great, thank you. My story was my father hates me. When I emailed him when he was in Dubai and I said, I don't know why you did this, I'm ready to forgive you. And it was a genuine, like my guides were like, Tarek, this is the thing you need to do next. Like you need to forgive your dad. You can't hold on to this because it was killing me on the inside. That's what all that alcohol and drugs was, like self-punishment. And so I forgive you, Dad, was letting go of that like self-hate and anger that I kind of received from him. So, and then when he responded back, he said, I never hated you. My parents were very tough on me, and I was trying to do the best for you. So from my dad's perspective, if this is intensity level, like let's say this is the top of intensity level. Let's say his parents were like this with him. In his mind, he's like, I'll be this much better. He's like, I'm 10 times better than my parents, but I don't have that as a gauge. I really believe that I came from some psychic told me, you're from this planet that John Lennon was from. So I'm just imagining like this love, bubbly, like planet of just pure love. So my standard was, even if it's my dad's best, it's like, that's the worst I've ever experienced, right? So it's all about perspectives and meeting people halfway, especially if we have high standards and we're older souls. And that was the closest I heard to my dad saying, I love you. He's like, I didn't hate you. He was like, actually, you remind me a lot of me. And that was like, just tears. Like all the walls and the armor and my dad hates me, it just all crumbled down in that moment. And I shared this story so many times and I still get emotional.
I'm ready, French.
Yeah, beautiful, it's good.
I don't really want that. I help to listen to things.
Empathy, or it triggers something within your being. I used to do these talks and everyone would cry, and then I was like, all right guys, my job, workshop's over.
I still have to stand up and give you a little hug.
I know, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so I want to wrap this up because I can talk for forever. So forgiveness, I reached out, I realized I created a story, and the story was my father hated me. And in his email back to me saying he sees a lot in me, to me, I'm like, Google translate what my dad's saying. He's saying, I love you, son. Like spirit translate, like old school Milton dad. What is he trying to say? He's trying to say, I love you. I'll take it. Yeah. And yeah, so all that anger and hate, and then forgiveness, and this story. So in that moment, I let go of this story that my father hated me, because that one story I created as a kid created a whole reality of men are not safe. Definitely older men are not safe. And I'm not deserving of love. I'm not worthy of love. These are all these stories got created from all those experiences, and they created a reality where I'm in victimhood, right? Who here on their journey felt they were stuck in victimhood?
I love being victim.
Yeah, because you can blame, right? You can blame someone else. As long as I have my dad to blame, then I can just not take responsibility, which is easier to the ego. So in that moment, it's like, welcome, brother. Thanks for being here.
Sorry,
I met you at the men's circle at Soulshine, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah. So like letting go of the story and reminding myself of the truth. I am worthy of love. I am deserving of love. And my father doesn't hate me. My father does love me. So that shifted everything and went from victimhood to conscious creator. I call it victim consciousness to, conscious co-creator consciousness. Like you're creating your reality, right? Victim, it's happening to you. conscious creator, it's happening for me, right? Big difference. So, okay, step one, forgiveness, and step two for me on my journey was to ask the universe, and I'll share the prayer, for life purpose alignment, because I was getting fired from all the crappy jobs with the negative beliefs I had about myself. I was like, I'll take the shitty jobs, and I was getting fired from the shitty jobs in Toronto. My first job was I got paid the low minimum wage was $6.75 an hour, graveyard shift at a grocery store starting at midnight, and all the crazies would come in. So I'd take all these random jobs, get fired from these jobs, and I was like, so I dropped out of college when the Matrix movie came out, and I took a philosophy elective. It all came at the same time. And philosophy taught me how to think, whereas school was teaching me what to think. This is how you think. This is what you do. You don't question. You just do what you're told. And I just kept getting kicked out of class because I kept challenging and questioning and not listening to the rules. And I really got to know my school principal. He was like a father figure. It was awesome. And hanging out in the detention, we had a detention hall. That's why when the COVID thing happened, I was like, oh, it's like going back to the detention hall, hanging out with all my friends. So if the worst case happens. So I'll share the prayer, and you guys are welcome to receive this just by receiving it. Source God Universe, we ask that you powerfully, intentionally connect to us as we powerfully connect to you. And if there's anything that we're holding on to that is best for us to let go of, we ask that we start a process in the right time, if it's not now, with ease and grace, to forgive those who have wronged us. And we ask you to show us, who are we here to be and what are we here to do? Show us what is the perfect job, career that is us in our brilliance, that is us sharing our ultimate soul mission, that is us sharing our greatest gifts, talents, and abilities. Show us how we can fully align with our ultimate passion and purpose and own it and claim it and value it and share it in a way from our overflow where we feel infinitely fulfilled on all levels and that we're thriving on all levels. And if you'd like that, you can consent by saying yes. 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 Beautiful. Okay. And that led to a lot of synchronicities. Actually, I'll just share the word synchronicity was part of the journey, because who here doesn't know the word synchronicity? Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Yeah? Oh, you're in tears.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just crying.
Beautiful.
I don't even know why, actually.
Yeah, we don't need to know. It's the mind's.
I was just
the mind
taking
needs,
it in.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sensitive soul. Good. Beautiful. Synchronicity, yes.
I learned the word in 1982
Yes.
by a music teacher in high school.
Wow.
Because he would gather us for bonding and to learn about synchronicity, so we would be a better band.
Beautiful.
And he would take us through the States playing in little communities our music.
That's amazing. You had the best teachers, and you are the best teachers. You're
I just want to be grateful to that music teacher.
Beautiful.
Connecting with
Synchronicity.
synchronicity.
Thanks for sharing that.
Now you're the teacher.
Now you're the teacher.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
teacher. That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's what I'm doing at work. Yeah. So synchronicity, meaningful coincidences, right? So I'll share my prayer about synchronicities, which is a game changer. It's very powerful and potent, so if you're ready to receive it. Source God Universe, give me infinite signs, synchronicities, coincidences, miracles, blessings, and intuitive nudges that get louder and louder and louder, or clearer and clearer and clearer, to the point that I can't help but acknowledge them and follow through on their guidance by taking inspired action if needed, otherwise just receiving it. Would you like to invoke that prayer?
Yes.
Yes. And we're asking this prayer directly connected to our life purpose. Would you like that?
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful. And open your eyes. So, like, if you break down what I just said, infinite signs, infinite synchronicities that get more and more obvious, to the point that you're like, okay, it's clear. Like, I had 4 synchronicities with Portugal, with you, with Raj.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was it? There was like 3, 4 synchronicities in the last hour about Portugal. So listen when those meaningful coincidences happen, because that's your higher self or spirit or God universe guiding you somewhere.
That's abundance.
What's that?
It's abundance.
It's abundance. Yeah. It's infinite intelligence communicating, which will lead to more and more abundance. And yeah. So pay attention to the synchronicities that are leading you in the right direction. Dropped out of college, left the household, moved to the beaches, which was beautiful energy, the beaches in Toronto. Coming from Dubai, I was like, cool, the beach, and then they're like, don't swim in the beach, bro. don't even put your feet in there. I was like, why do you call it the beach? One thing led to another. I met my ex-wife, and she really believed in me. She's like, let's start a business. And I was the first job I had that I was like, wow, I'm getting paid to do what I love, is in working at a youth shelter, and then it was a daycare position, a YMCA position. So there's a big mama in me. My North Node is Cancer, which are like the divine mothers. They just want to nurture. And that's my North Node in astrology. Who here doesn't know what their North Node is? Just raise your hand real quick. Yeah, I would say it's the most important part of astrology.
100%.
Most important because you'll feel, we talked about that,
Where
right?
you're
So
from, right?
where you came from. Yeah.
What's
Like
that?
why your soul incarnated.
The reason, yeah,
Where you
it's connected to your life purpose.
How do you find out what it is?
Just go on
Yeah.
Google,
We'll talk after. I have
free
a book.
chart. Yeah, she'll look you up. Like,
Amazing.
And look up North
Node.
N-O-D-E.
Node, N-O-D-E, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a YouTube, I'll get your guys' emails. I did a YouTube video that not only explains your North Node, but does an activation for it. So, okay, fast track. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time talking about my story.
You got 4 minutes. Okay, she's
Before the 30-minute mark?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before 12.
Okay, but what I'm doing is I'm weaving the activations through the story, which makes me feel like I'm using our time effectively. So, what's that?
It's all meant.
Thank you. And so then that led to me meeting my ex-wife. So working with children, being this like loving, supportive, nurturing role, felt like it was a step in the right direction, because at least now my North Node is Cancer. Cancer is the nurturer, and so that was a step in the right direction. But I was still in the matrix, and I realized it wasn't really children; it was inner children. You know, my purpose is to help hold space for our inner children to heal. And so, but it was a step in the right direction, right? And then I met my ex-wife. We both started our businesses. We joined this. It was like it was a government-funded business, how to start your own business program, and she helped me get into it. And then my coach was like, "What do you want to start?" And I was like, "I want to start a store. I want to open a store with media content that is spiritual and conscious." And he's like, "You're gonna have to sell a lot of books just to pay rent." So he like shat on my idea. He was like, which I'm really grateful for, but it felt like such a rejection and like a failure is how I took it. And I went back home all bummed out, like, this coach does not like my idea. It's not financially sustainable. And his suggestion to me was, go get like a coaching certification. Now, what you don't know is from day one, where my dad's like, you got to go to kindergarten. I'm like, why do I need to go to kindergarten? I don't want to go to kindergarten. Like, intuitively, I knew school was going to destroy my spirit, because as a kid, I was like, I want to be like Jesus. I want to be like the prophets. Like, it's a spiritual path that I knew as a kid. That school didn't cater to spiritual intelligence. It didn't cater to empathic intelligence, emotional intelligence, right? It only catered to like intellectual intelligence. And so I went back home, back to Synchronicities. I was subscribed to this newsletter that's all about the power of the subconscious mind and how to manifest and things like that. And right at the bottom of the newsletter, it says, you can become a hypnotherapist today. And I literally felt in that moment that God was like, Tarek, go become a hypnotherapist. And when he told me to become a life coach, I looked up how long a life coach certification is. It's like 2 years. And I didn't want to go to school from kindergarten, so that's like, you know, and then there was college that I dropped out of. So I just finally got out of the system, and then my coach, this guy's like, go get another 2-year thing. And I was like, I'm so done with school. So when I researched hypnotherapy, I was like the happiest person on the planet that day, because I found my purpose, and it was a 7-day course. I was like, I could do 7 days. And she's this amazing woman. She's Greek, and she's got like rooms filled with certifications. Like it's just all certification, education, like just certified in a million things. And she taught us how to do hypnotherapy. And on our last day, she was checking in with us when we were graduating. She was like, what do you want to use hypnotherapy for? And I felt intuitively, I'm here to use hypnotherapy to heal childhood trauma. And she's like, oh yeah, no, can't do that. You can't use hypnotherapy for childhood trauma. There's things we can do and there's things you can't do. And again, I felt the inner child in me felt the like shutdown, rejection, right? As what happened before. No, can't do that. And I just literally got emotional in front of everyone because finally I found my purpose, and now my teacher's saying you can't do it. So then I birthed the infinity healing modality, which my intuition said create, and I resisted it for like a year or two. And another nugget of wisdom I learned, life hack, is the bigger the resistance, the bigger the transformation on the other side of that resistance. So that's a good life hack, because sometimes, like there's probably exceptions to that, but if you feel your ego is resisting talking to someone or resisting going somewhere from a place of it's afraid of all the breakthroughs that are going to happen, then that's a great sign that you've got medicine. There's breakthroughs waiting for you if you do that. Can anyone relate to that? Yeah. The bigger the resistance, the bigger the transformation on the other side.
I used that for one of my marriages.
Do you? Because there was resistance, you
Big
married?
resistance flew up in my face, and I'm like, well, I'm going to do it anyways.
Okay, there you go.
And it's big transformation.
And it was a big
Yeah, I'm
transformation.
transforming.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a third marriage,
But still
and I am
happening.
transforming.
Beautiful. Yeah, because the ego is going to grow out of the comfort zone, and it knows what it's getting intuitively sometimes. That's our intuition. Okay, so infinity healing in a nutshell. Source energy, God's energy, universal energy, whatever word used for the creator. Connecting to us, clearing all our limiting beliefs. So I had a belief that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving. So just popcorn style, what are some of your limiting beliefs?
I'm not worthy of
No,
love.
not worthy of love.
Don't deserve it.
Don't deserve it.
I can't do things.
You're not able to do things. Not good
I'm
enough.
not good enough.
Not
do
good
everything
enough.
by myself.
You got to do it all by yourself. I feel you, bro.
I can't do it by myself. I
Can't
have
do
to
it
be
by-
an employee.
That too, yeah.
I don't have the time.
Don't have the time. These are all stories.
Qualified.
Not qualified.
Too
You're
slutty.
probably overqualified. Too slutty.
Gotta
Yeah.
cover up.
Not
Cover it
what?
up.
Never enough.
Cover it up.
Cover it up. You're too slutty
Yeah.
instead of embracing your sexuality. Yeah. All of these are stories, right?
Sorry.
And a lot. And if you tune into those stories, clear your mind. What's the first thing that pops up into your awareness when you go within and ask yourself, where did this story stem from?
Hell.
Got it. So would you like Source God Universe to delete or let go of these belief systems or stories that are untrue? Would you like that? Yes. So infinity healing, Source God Universe connecting to us, clearing all the limiting beliefs or the stories that we have from childhood, from our ancestral lineage, from past lives, if you believe in past lives. That's one aspect of it, the beliefs. That's what I learned with hypnotherapy. It's all about beliefs. And then it also clears all the emotions. So popcorn style again, emotions that are in the way of our success in life.
Guilt.
Guilt,
Shame.
shame. Shame is like the
Anger.
heaviest, densest of the emotions. What else?
Fear.
Fear,
Pain.
pain. Well, the emotion of pain, yeah.
Anger.
Anger, right, yeah.
Judgment.
Judgment.
When you feel misunderstood, what is that emotion?
Frustration.
You tell me. It's maybe the word. There's no word.
Confusion.
Denied.
Conflicted.
Yeah.
Confusion.
Sometimes words can't
Yeah.
really describe.
If anyone thinks of one,
I like yours.
I know that's
Denied.
not-
Denied.
Sadness.
Yeah, because we
Sadness.
chose it.
Yeah, when I feel misunderstood, I feel sad actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like anger is a lazy form of sadness.
Well, yeah, thank you. If you're ever
Yes.
angry as a Aries, the shadow of Aries is anger and rage. We're talking about this. So if you go underneath the anger, you'll discover spiritual gold. Like if you're not crying, if you're not emoting, anger is just the cover. Anyone with Scorpionic or Aries or fire element placements, usually it's like the anger is hiding the emotion as a protection mechanism. But if you really allow yourself to go underneath the anger, you'll realize, again, we talked about taking accountability. So anger, there's healthy anger where you could just punch a pillow and no one's, you know, getting burnt in the process. Like, just anger is healthy. It's healthy to release the anger in a healthy way. I like to work out. I do like, I like to get my anger out through working out, and my workout's very like martial art based. So I'm just like, all the anger, frustration, I'm just like kicking it out, punching it out of my system. So find healthy ways to express your anger. But underneath the anger, there's like, especially in relationships, it's like, I got so much better at going underneath the anger and realizing I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling sad. So I represent the healthy sacred masculine, growing minority of us, who thank you, yes.
Amen. Thank you,
Yes.
Joe, for the men here. So.
Yes. Oh yeah, and we're creating
Yes.
healthy divine masculine, what is it,
Yes.
speed dating event?
Yep. Well, and a conscious club.
And a conscious club event.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll add, yes.
I also just want to say that, yeah, anger isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's not
to
a bad
have.
thing, yes.
I just wanted to mention
Thank
that
you.
at the same time.
That's the example I was saying about the
Yeah.
pillow. It's healthy, and I think it's one of the Rage Against Machine songs where he's like, anger is a gift. He says that anger is a gift. When it's used, because you can use anger. We're alchemists. We can take like all that trauma that I experienced, I alchemize it. And people are like, why are you so great at being in touch with your emotions, or why are you so great at, why is your heart so big, or like whatever they're seeing in me. And I'm like, you know, it's easy to see me smiling and laughing now, but like, what caused that? And it's like, we can alchemize the worst experiences and turn them into our best experiences. We all have an inner alchemist in us.
Well, I think you mean
yeah.
rake or rake UV.
What is it?
Rake or rake UV is when you turn your anger, sorrow, and hatred into something productive, and when you feel misunderstood. So it's when Scorpios know this. So they know how to turn their
Like transmutation, right?
yeah, but it's more to do with it's more to do where it's expressive in a positive way,
Got
but towards goal. So it's
Got it.
motivation wise.
Yeah. You want to motivate me? Tell me I can't do something.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Reverse
That's
psychology.
the exact same way.
Yeah. Who here is like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys cannot succeed in life.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep things flowing, guys. So, Infinite. Thank you for the comments. So we talked about emotions. The other part it clears is fears. So fears, I would consider it its own thing. I'm afraid of blah blah blah. So we let go of those fears. Sometimes we can't really fully let go of a fear because the mind's job is to protect you, and the lower mind functions as, again, like something. The bigger the resistance, the bigger the transformation. So the lower part of the mind, because there's a higher mind as well. For everything in life that they say, this is good, this is not good, I say there's a healthy side to, let's say, confidence. There's healthy confidence, there's unhealthy confidence. There's healthy anger, there's unhealthy anger. All these things that society says, this is good, this is bad. I love how you two are like, just telepathically be like, what do you think about that?
I think that kid is looking for us.
Oh.
Because remember he was going to bring the wagon back when they were done with it?
I don't
we're gonna
remember
pack
that.
our
Do you
stuff.
need to go talk to him?
Well, that's where we were like,
Okay.
we need to go grab him. We were like,
Or I go tell him to just leave the wagon here.
yeah, is that okay?
Tell him job done.
Thank you. Good catch.
Does she,
You're
yeah,
in
we
tune.
just leave it there, then we can do anything.
Okay. that's
Sorry.
good. No problem.
We're trying to finish.
Solved now?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So healthy, unhealthy, right? Everything has healthy, unhealthy, right?
Sorry.
No, it's all good. She's doing her thing. Sorry, excuse me.
All good. So the infinity healing in a nutshell: source, God, universe, clearing our limiting beliefs, clearing our fears, clearing our emotions, clearing our root traumas, clearing our childhood traumas, clearing things from our ancestral lineage and past lives if you believe in that. It also does a self-forgiveness process and a forgiveness to other people who have wronged us. And it downloads into our being the lessons needed to be learned. Because if you went through all that and then you forgave yourself and the other person, there's still a lesson that needs to be learned. Sometimes people bypass that, but it's really important because that lesson is going to change your life. And sometimes they have multiple lessons. So one of the things that happens on an energetic, etheric level is that you download the lessons into your being. Who here's seen The Matrix, the movie? Remember the scene where they plug in, they're breaking them out of the Matrix, they plug in like the Kung Fu program, and it's like, oh, I know Kung Fu. Remember that scene? So I know Kung Fu, exactly. I literally believe we can do that. Like, so infinity healing is a spiritual technology where we can download and delete things in our being. So everything gets activated with a yes. Not only does it clear what needs to be cleared, but it replaces it.
Oh, you mean the Akasha?
That's part of it.
The Akasha consciousness.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just swallowed a fly or a mosquito.
You want water?
I'm good, thank you.
Good protein.
Thank you. Yeah, good protein. So it clears and then replaces. And then most people, the things I've seen people experience, we had a lady clear 2 cancer spots in a few weeks. She goes back to her doctor, and the doctor's like, what? Scratching his head is like, I don't know what you've been doing, but it's been working, so please keep it up. We've had people manifest their dream jobs within a few days, like getting paid a good amount of money for something they love. We've had people manifest their dream cars. One of my clients sent a testimonial. She was in the trunk of the Tesla, which is at the front, with her dream home behind her. She was like, it all happened. So it's not about me, it's about you and source energy or God's energy, because that's the most powerful energy there is. And what I add to the table is, instead of just letting go of a belief or a fear or an emotion, it's called infinity healing because it does it all. So the results are welcome. The results are very potent and powerful. So you decide today how much you want to receive or let go of, but we'll do an experience of it. And then I've got 15 years of content I've created and tons of resources I can share with you guys later. But for now, let's actually experience it. Yes?
Did you say root trauma?
Root trauma.
I heard childhood and I heard ancestral, but I'm not.
Oh, I didn't say root trauma?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Because not only do I say root, but I go the root of the root of the root of the root of our biggest traumas. That's usually what I say.
Sounded important.
Yeah. Thanks for catching that.
What is root trauma?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
Well, I
telling
heard you
me.
say root trauma, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you don't know what root trauma means?
That's right.
Yes, great question. Thanks for asking. So let's say, give me an example of something you're trying to achieve in your life right now.
I would like to transition into a not working for a school 40 hours a week.
After I saw you in the workshop, I got the down.
And doing more of the self-care coaching.
Beautiful. So think, everyone, think of something. Welcome. Think of something you desire in your life. What's the #1 desire you have for your life right now? That was a beautiful example. Try to connect it to your life purpose. If that feels the most juiciest of your desires, just tune into that right now, and we'll do a process for it. And feel free to share popcorn style. What's that one desire? Is it a life partner? Is it alignment with a job or like a career that feels very fulfilling? Is it a financial amount? Is it a health thing? What's the #1 desire you have for yourself? Feel free to share. Popcorn style.
Freedom.
Yeah, building community.
Kind of took it from me, but actually setting up the community on my land.
Setting up the community on your land, building communities.
Responsibility of individuals to themselves.
Not taking on other people's responsibilities.
Knowing that they're solely responsible for their creation within themselves and community.
Got it. Beautiful. Thank you. Anyone else? Is there generally just more money?
No, I think the main one, like I've been telling you, like the past couple of years, is just focusing really on my health.
Health.
And trying to get back to a place where I feel comfortable in my own body.
Beautiful.
Physically and mentally.
Yes. Great. So now I want you to imagine this is where you are here, and then this is you at your target, whatever your desire is. What the infinity healing does is it clears, it just brings it into the now moment. So people joke and call me Mr. Miraculous, but again, it's not me. It's you and Source God Universe. But what makes it a miracle is that everything that was in the way got cleared. And try to imagine that everything you desire is around you. Like right now, everyone who thought of a desire, like this person knows your life partner, or this person knows someone who has your dream job. Like it's here now, right now, energetically it's here now. And what's in the way are these, it's like a blind spot. I couldn't see it because of my belief. My belief said I will not find a life partner in this lifetime. Now when I let it go, I'm like, whoa, like the opportunities, they were always here. And I could do like wow, they're all around, right? So that's what we're going to clear, is the blinders. Does that make sense? Any questions?
I would just like to add that,
Yes.
you know, the universe, the world, the earth, she wants us to heal. She wants us to be our highest, most abundant, frequent selves, and it's a choice to believe that and to lean into that mystery and to accept it and embody it.
Yes. She
But it
wants that.
starts with that, it's a belief, right?
A
love that.
knowing,
Knowing.
a knowing.
Yeah.
Thank you. She wants it, and she also honors us if we're resisting it.
And
Right.
the path, right? The marathon, not the race.
It's a marathon, not a race. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes our guides, our angels, Mother Earth will look at us fall, get up, fall. Same thing. Luke, how many people here feel like there's the same? All this. Am I not done with this pattern? Just keeps happening. And sometimes it's, you know, it's watching us, and like a loving mother that wants the child to learn how to walk. But yeah, so when you say yes, you're giving your free will. You're telling Mother Earth, the universe, you're saying, yes, I'm ready to clear this story, so that it brings it closer to the now, and then you can experience what you're wanting in the now moment, vibrationally, energetically, which then materializes in the physical. That's up to you, higher self, divine. We can't say you're going to get it right now, but vibrationally, frequency-wise, you can clear what's in the way right now. Does that make sense? We can clear what's in the way of it happening now. When it happens is up to the infinite intelligence. So let's demo this. Can we have a quick time check?
47.
47, thanks, got it. Okay, sweet. Oh, no worries. Yeah, if you want to write your name and email before you leave, I'll send you more resources. This is just the beginning. Yeah.
You like immediate results?
Oh, thanks. Do you want to share one? We started working 30 days ago. Do you want to share a highlight
I
of?
just signed a contract. I didn't read the fine print.
Yeah, you didn't know what you were getting yourself into. Is there one part of your journey that you'd like to share? And I'll explain why I'm sharing these things.
I mean, is there something that's more pertinent that's coming to mind?
For you,
Yeah.
you want me to share on your behalf?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I would say leaving a toxic relationship in the last 30 days. 20-year toxic relationship from the thing that we're talking about. Leaving a toxic work environment that you were in for how long?
Too long.
Too long. So thank you for sharing. Or thanks for giving me permission to share. The reason why I share these is because before we do the process, there's one thing we got to get on our side, which is the mind. And the mind is like, is this really going to work? So the reason why I like sharing stories like that is it's increasing your level of believability. And this is another thing I would recommend remembering or writing down. The ultimate secret to manifestation is when your level of believability is a 10 out of 10 and your level of expectation is a 10 out of 10. So why I share that is to get those levels higher, because you're like, whoa, this can really actually happen right now. Versus like, no, it's just another workshop, you know, I didn't get any results from the last one, how's this one gonna be different? So I share that to get the level of expectation and level of believability higher. So yes, it can change. Like I've had people be like, Tark, you're bullshitting about your testimonials. They can't be that good. Like I've had people at summits be like, you're not allowed anymore because you're a liar. Like I can't help that the results are so potent, because I ask for maybe more than everyone else. I'm wanting so much from a session. I used to go to healers. I got into $30,000 of debt trying to get some healing, going in circles. And I vowed if anyone came to me that they would get the results they want. And I don't know, like, hold space for them to let go of the maximum. It's nothing I can do, but I can hold space for the most amount of transformation to happen if they want it. And so that's why I'm sharing that. Are you guys excited?
How much space do you hold in now? Do you hold enough for all of us? Infinite potentiality, right? You just hold
Me
it
and the army of guides and angels behind me.
He has a legion.
Yeah.
Can you not see it?
So yeah, another psychic told me that, yeah, she's like, I've never seen so many beings work with a healer before. So people, sometimes I'll say we. Like, I say we unconsciously, and they're like, "Whoa, you work with a team?" I was like, "Yeah, my guides and angels." Yeah, I'm always saying like, "We'll do the session on you." They're like, "Oh, so who else is there?" Yeah, holding space. I don't like the word healing. I like the word remembering, because we bought into a lie. Like in my example, I bought into the lie that I'm not good enough. My dad hates me. I'm not deserving of love, and I remembered I am worthy of love. So healing, because healing, you can be stuck in a healing hamster wheel. It's another matrix trap, but with spiritual connotations, right? Who here can relate to, like, we're stuck in the healing circle loop? Yeah? Yeah, more healing, more healing. It's another trap. So, but when I remember who I am, then I'm out of that trap. Okay. So feel free to close your eyes, go within. Remember that one intention that you desire for yourself. Think of one desire that you would like to manifest, or you'd like to experience, and it could be again, a job, a career, a financial amount. You can be general, you can be specific, and it's all emotions. The universe loves emotions because it's a frequency that goes out. It's a real frequency, whereas a thought may be vague or it's not strong enough. Okay. And if you want to surrender it to, well, with infinity healing, your higher self always adds what it knows is best for you, regardless of what you choose. So starting now, would you like an infinity healing to clear all the belief systems, the mindsets, the blueprints, the templates, traits, attributes, habits, perceptions, perspectives, and judgments that are in the way of you experiencing this right now? Would you like an infinity healing to clear them?
Yes.
Yes. Just imagine all those files being deleted, all those beliefs being cleared. Beautiful. And now, would you like an infinity healing for Source God to replace those beliefs with the ones that are empowering, that are true, that are positive, that will lead to you having a more fulfilled life? Would you like that?
Yes.
And now let's go into the emotions. Would you like an infinity healing to clear the emotions that are in the way of you experiencing this goal or desire? Yes. So with all of this, would you like it with ease and grace?
Yes.
Yeah, we want to enjoy the rest of our time here. Yeah. So imagine water just like flushing out into Mother Earth what needs to be let go of. Try not to use the word release, because you're releasing, you're creating a new contract. So let go. Down into the earth. And would you like to replace it with the emotions that are for your highest good? Yes. So we're alchemizing that guilt, that shame, that rage, that blame. These are very heavy, dense frequencies. We're alchemizing them and replacing them, or we're alchemizing them to love, gratitude, hope, faith, trust, allowing, just those higher emotions. Would you like that?
Yes.
And would you like these higher emotions to be your new default setting? Yes. And would you like to let go of the fears that are in the way of that goal and desire?
Yes.
And to replace them with the remedy for that fear? Yes. So like I said earlier, sometimes we can't let go of fears because the mind is there to protect us, but what we can do is this process. So think of that goal and desire, hold space for your ego, your fear, your inner child, whatever you want to call it, your self-saboteur. What is its perspective about this fear? And maybe someone can anyone who wants to do a live demo of this, it would be great. Yes. So
by the way,
yes.
My goal has upped. I want a retreat center.
Yeah.
Flowing water, so I can hold
Upgrade.
Yeah.
Upgrade. Okay. So how are we doing on time?
Okay. Hold on.
54.
54. Thank you. Does anyone have to leave in 6 minutes? Yes. Raj? Anyone else? You guys? Okay. Feel free to write your names and emails on here if you would like me to send you more information. We're just getting started. Okay, thank you so much. So, and you guys do this as well as we're doing this. So,
When do you want to go to?
10 minutes. Yeah. So
Remember, there's nothing after you, so people that can stay, you're
yes, the people that can stay can stay. Great. Maybe another 10 minutes.
Next thing is at 2 o'clock, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
Do 11 minutes.
Thank you. 11.
All right.
All right, thank you. So for everyone, go back to remembering the thing that you're desiring, and we're creating space for you to hear what your ego or your fear is afraid of. So in your case,
I don't have enough money to.
but what's the goal?
The goal
The retreat.
is a retreat center made
Yes.
of Moonwood in having access to live water we can swim in all year.
Yes. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for being here, brother. And what does the fear say about that goal?
I don't have enough money to buy a property in that kind of setting.
Beautiful. So this is my process. It's like I haven't heard it taught this way, but it's very powerful. We want to honor the ego, not destroy the ego. The ego is like an inner child. It's scared, right? And it's sharing that from a place of like it cares about you and it's worried that you might get hurt, right? So we created space. Step one, you create space, express that fear. So in your guys' process, just allow the fear to express itself. What is it saying for you guys? And then, so now and just connect with it, let it know that you hear it, you see it. Just like a baby when it's crying, as soon as you look into the baby's eyes, sometimes it stops crying because it feels validated. And we can do the same with our fears. Otherwise, they run the show. Do you feel a shift in the fear? A little bit?
Yeah, I opened my eyes and I realized that I don't need to ask for help. That's the inner
God. Don't like to ask for help. Okay, and when you close your eyes, where do you feel that in your body? Yeah, shoulders. Great. So I want you to imagine a ball of light, and you guys can do this for your fears. Imagine a ball of light right outside of those areas. Tune into your body. Where do you feel that you're holding on to it? Imagine balls of light coming down from source, God, and imagine you can press an on button and these balls of light just suck out the fear out of your system. Take your time. Let me know when you're done. Actually, we're going to set that on autopilot, so it's going to continue working with you as long as it needs to. And now, most people say, I am afraid, right? Some part of you felt like I'm afraid. So that's not a correct statement. The correct statement is like my ego or my inner child or some aspect of me was afraid, right? So we acknowledge that's an aspect of you, but it's not the I am you, not the I am presence, not the infinite self. And so most people stop there. The thing I invite you to do now, from your higher self, from your divine queen energy, from your spiritual side, what would you say to that part of you, the scared little girl in you? How would you respond to her to reassure her that it's safe? What would you say?
There's no shame in asking for help. You are deserving of help.
If you can imagine her responding to you, how would she react?
You don't want to be controlled.
Is that connected to an experience from your past?
Like, I had worked hard on a stomach pump where I was 2 and a lot of doctors and nurses had to save my life. I'd ingested an aspirin bottle of all of it.
Yes.
And so they needed, but I didn't understand as a 2-year-old why I was being, and I wanted to, my dad, I could see my dad and he wasn't helping me.
Yeah. Just breathe
But he
into that.
couldn't because the doctors had to do it.
Beautiful. And just feel it fully. And just breathe through in and out of your mouth. Beautiful. Beautiful. So would you like an infinity healing for this, what we were talking about earlier, this root trauma? Right? Yeah. So allowing Source God Universe to let go of the beliefs, the stories that were created in that moment, the fears, the emotions, the traumas, and if it's ancestral or past life, would you like that? Would you like to forgive yourself and forgive others connected to the story? Yes. Would you like to take all the power back that you might have given consciously or unconsciously in that moment? Yes. And you guys please say yes for your stuff as well? Yes. And would you like to place your inner child into your sacred heart space so that she feels whole, complete, empowered, safe, to ask for help, to feel supported? Would you like that?
Yes.
And when you tune into your inner child right now, how different does she seem?
She feels noticed and she feels listened to.
And now when you bring up that scenario of asking for help or the thing she was afraid of, how does it feel different in your body right now?
It'll take a few sessions.
Yeah. No,
I'm still feeling what is around, but I feel optimistic.
Great. So there's a shift in terms of the openness and optimism. Great. Is there anything your inner child would like from you right now before we conclude?
Play.
More play. And what can you tell her as a response that you can?
I will make time for you.
Great. Is it something specific or general?
More time in the day for unstructured time.
Yay! Are you committed to doing that for your inner child?
Yes.
Yes. Would you guys all like an infinity healing to nurture the crap out of your inner child?
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful. And when you open your eyes, just tune in to anything that feels different. And what do you want to affirm to yourself about that story that you can't do it on your own, or you can't ask for help, or there's not enough? What's the new story you want to create?
The new story is that there are people who want it as much as I do, and I don't need to be. I want to do it for people, and I will meet those people, and they will want. We will want to do it.
Yes. So guys, at the count of 3, we'll say aho. 1, 2, 3. Aho. And so it is. Amen. Beautiful. Good job. Amazing.
Powerful.
Thank you. Give it up, guys. Send us some love. Been great.
I have a huge gratitude for Sandra, who invited me to do my very first workshop here.
Beautiful.
I did the hard, but it was my first time doing
Milestone. And it was great. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
I'm going to get you on my
so
podcast.
blessed. I did not know where I was going. And I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
But I saw the shirt and I'm like,
It's
I'm going to see
the
red
Wakanda
shirt.
shirt from